Has anyone ever tried to sell anything to you like this? You know, with the old model, the AIDA model, AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action model. So they come to you like this. You're minding your own business. So let's say they're selling you a website. They hit your DMs, let's say. They message you. They're like, hi, how you doing? Then you're like, hi, how you doing? I'm good. You know, what's up? Then they're like, I sell websites. What do you do? They try to act like they're interested in what you do. So you tell them probably you are a contractor. And then they're like, okay, cool. So I'm Rajesh from India. I'm selling a website and I need you to buy this website, or I'm selling this website. It will do this and this and this for you. And I'm going to give you a discount, a 25% discount if you buy this website. And I'll install it for you today. You know you need a website because you're a contractor, and it's going to help you get clients, and I'll be with you through step of the way. They write you a long paragraph, and then you go through it, and then you're like, okay, cool. Will you really like buy from such a person? You just such a person comes to the expect you to be like, oh, a website, that's really cool. I want a website. Give me a website. Like, no one will ever buy from you like that. Or you just, if you're on the road, somebody just stops you and they're like, hi, I'm selling this light box or alarm system, and it will do this and this and this for you, and it's cheap, it's better than the other company, I will install it. Like, they go blah. They don't even stop to understand who you are, where you're coming from, and why are you even a fit customer. They don't care for that. How many times has somebody tried to sell something to you like that? So many times, and most of the times you don't end up buying. So that's the old AIDA model, where you want to catch attention. You probably clickbait. You want to get attention. You kind of pretend that you're caring about the person you're talking to, and then you try to so hard to get them interested in the product or the service you're offering, and then you try to talk too much about the products and what it will do for them. You try to create the desire, and then you hope they'll take action. And then you tell them, so do you want to buy? And they look at you, they're like, I can't buy right now. I'm not in a position to buy, sorry. And then you keep chasing. You keep chasing. You're like, buy from me. When can I? And then you keep chasing. And then you keep chasing the sale when they tell you that they can't buy right now. Such people keep chasing the sale. They keep texting you. So when do you want me to install the website? What did you decide? Please look at my other website and tell me if that's what you want. You didn't even, like such kind of push selling, So many people are push selling, especially right now when you have a lot of production, a lot of this, a lot of that. There's a lot of push selling, and 90% of the time such sales fail. And you may be lucky. That's like gambling. You just want to be lucky to find someone, but most of the time it will fail. And when I started my sales journey, probably I wasn't exactly like that, but it's because I met the NEPQ system by Jeremy Miner. So, which is why I'm creating this video, because of the NEPQ system that I found. I thought that was such a good tip to share, so that if somebody is into sales or they want to improve this, if you're watching this into sales, or you want to improve your sales skills, you need to know about the neuro-emotional persuasion question, that vis-a-vis the AIDA model. So the NEPQ model is such a game changer, because it's no longer pushing products to people. It's literally matching products and matching services to people, and I think that's the magic about it. Something I noticed peculiar about the NEPQ, or something special I will say, is the phases that it has. So it has phase 1, which is the connection phase, where you connect with the potential client. Probably they inbox you, or they commented on your post, or they called, or you put out an email list funnel, and they signed in, And that's now when you know, okay, somebody is at least at the first stage, you know, then they're at the top of the funnel, and then you are able to like connect with them. So one of the things that I learned in NEPQ is that it's never about you, because once you start selling a product, or you created a product to sell, it's for the people, it's no longer for you. So you really have got to get yourself out of the equation. So the first thing, you connect to the client, you ask them, you know, why you here, like why did you click, what did you need, you know, you ask questions that are connecting. So what's your business about, what have you done so far, what are you doing so far, so after that's phase one. Phase two, which is also like after like you connected with the client, and you ask them what they're looking for, now you go ahead and ask them. Let's say they say, I'm a hotel manager and I want a enterprise resource planning system. So they say that, yeah, I want an ERP system. So that's why they're there, because maybe you said you're selling an ERP system for hotels. Then somebody clicks, okay, I'm interested. Now you follow through. Hi, sir, or hi, madam. Why are we here? Why are you here? What are you looking for? I'm looking for an ERP system. Okay, cool. Okay. What are you currently using? What are you currently doing to manage your system, to manage your resources? What system is it in place right now? So the manager tells you, right now we are using, we do paper, we bookkeep using paper and Excel at most. That's what we are doing. And then you're like, okay, now you already know how your products, if you have an ERP software, you already know how this is fitting into their system. Yeah, and then you're like, what's your company about? How many people work there? Do you have an HR? Do you have a personnel? Are your people tech savvy? That's when you know, is this product even really something that they need? And if they need it, will they need support after? So these are the things you need to first connect with your client. So already, will you buy from that guy who is product pushing, or will you even think about buying from someone who is trying to know your problem or your challenges? So at the connection phase, already when you ask the client such kind of questions, your problem finding, you're already. So back to the example, we have a hotel manager that wants an ERP system. They're using papers for bookkeeping and Excel at most. And then you go ahead and ask them, so if you say you're bookkeeping and you're using ERP, that means that you need a better system, don't you? They say, yes, of course. That's why I came to you, because your system seems like it's much better than what I'm using. So you ask them, what problem do you think our system can do for you? And they're like, okay, if it's a software and it can manage my stock operations, it can manage my personnel payrolls, it can manage stuff like that, it can manage the procurement of things. I would like that software. That will really help us big time. So you go deeper on the problem. So you're like, okay, so now that you're using the paper and you're using the Excel system, how are you guys performing? How do you feel it's affecting your performance? Maybe they say it's affecting our performance because sometimes we lose records. Sometimes we don't get things accurate. You're probably losing money because of that. Organization issues, making things take more time, and that is taking productivity out of our system. So you already know deeply what this client is going through. And then even now you can tailor the solution. You can already know where the ERP fits into the system of this client. And then now once you get a client there, and that's already something that allows you to even have like a connection to the client. Like, this is someone that you can becomes kind of like, okay, not really a friend, but they see you as someone who they can open up to. So once you tell them, okay, so the solution we have this ERP system, you pay yearly, it will take care of all those things, and we're going to give you our personnel to install and to train your HR manager, and to train your management team. We're going to train them for a fee yearly for a year. or you can offer that for free, whatever, but they have maybe to pay for the ERP for a year, something like that. Now, the NEPQ provides you with the framework or this level of neuro-emotional persuasion questions, where you're just connecting with the client. So number one, as you can remember, we said the connection phase, the problem finding, the solution awareness, and then solution implementation. And now this is where, when you're implementing the solution, or how the solution will look like, you also connect to the problem they have and the goals that the clients have. So it's a personal thing. And then from there, that's when you present how your solution is going to affect their business, the progress they're going to experience, and how it's going to solve the problem that they already have. And then you let them know how much it costs and what it should be expected. And then once you reach to this level, if you really didn't connect very well with the client, you're going to experience some form of objection. And objection come in 4 ways. There's money objection, there's time objection, there's urgency objection, and there's spouse objection. So research shows that most of the time when salespeople pitch, money objection is at 50%. You have time objection at 10%. Urgency, which is like the client says, I'll think about it, goes for 10%. And we have, I'll talk to my partner, also goes at 10%. So most of the time you can tell the situation is money. So let's say it's our manager and they're like, oh, I like what you're saying, but it's a bit expensive. That means they didn't really capture the value of the product you're putting out, or they're not really valuing the place they're in or the business they're in to be able to push it forward. Because some people are just not into progress. Some people want to stay where they are. But also it's your job as a salesperson to push people forward, especially if your product or service is pushing people forward. It's your job to make them see themselves in it. So money is usually because somebody didn't really capture the value of what you're saying, or they're not resonating with the value of your product. And then when they say time is the problem, like I don't have the time right now, they do not have like a sense of urgency towards the issue at hand, the problem. And also when they say I'll think about it, they're not really seeing the urgency of things. And when they say let me first off talk to my partner, it means they don't trust you yet. They don't really trust you yet. Because they trusted you, they'll be like, oh, I like what you're saying, I'll introduce you to my partner, let's do business. So this NEPQ is such a great education. I took the NEPQ 101 course, and it really lays down the kind of things you're supposed to cover and what you're supposed to know. And they're so generous, by the way, because they give you the mini course 101 and other numerous materials to be able to capture the whole strategy and the whole skill. Yeah, so I really wanted to share this because it has been of value to me. And another thing that's very crucial in the process is the objection handling, because when the client is like, money is the issue, or I want to talk to my partner, or time is the issue, how do you de-escalate, or how do you settle down and create that harmony with the client so that they're no longer having objections towards you? They're like, okay, I like what you're saying, let's do this. It has objection handling tips and skills that you can apply. So let's say if it's time, if somebody is telling you this is not the right time, so what do you say? When a client says it's not the right time, the right thing you can say is, I realize this is not the right time, so what is the right time with you? And then they say, let's talk on Tuesday 9 p.m. or Tuesday 9 a.m. But then again, if you do not get it as a form of appointment, they may not take it so seriously. So if you say Tuesday 9 a.m. and you make it an appointment, they're likely to show up. Yeah, so if it's money, they say, I feel like I don't have money right now. You can always, why do you feel like you don't have money right now? Remember the problem you're having. Remember how it's affecting your business. Is this something you remember your goal? You said you want to achieve this level of annual recurring revenue. So remember you said that. So how are you supposed to achieve this recurring revenue if you're not willing to invest right now in the progress? So you've got to bring up the consequences of them not solving that problem right now. And NEPQ just teaches you all that stuff. So this is such a life-changing course if you want to know how to sell. And I believe everybody should know how to sell. If you're in the economy, you're going to know how to sell. If you could be selling your own products or somebody else's products, but selling is such a, you could be pitching for a raise, you could be pitching for a promotion. I even think it's good if you want to go on a date, like if you want to get a date. I feel like some of the tips can get you, a date. So because it really allows you to persuade someone to be able to see your point of view, but it's not a way to cajole people or scam people, but it's a way that when you have something that's of value for people, in a way that you can be able to let them see the value you're putting on the table, so you guys can grow together. So this system is amazing. If you can, or if you feel so inclined or so aligned, you should check this out. Yeah, so you can learn how to problem find when it comes to selling. You can learn how to problem find when it comes to persuasion, and you can learn how to handle objections.